guys, I am in my garage back again with another video with the Harley Davidson Street Glide ST. I just installed, or you can call it an install, but it's very simple. I'm going to show you guys how to mount this phone mount. You know, this is a reservoir mount. It's from Harley Davidson. Now, this is a very expensive mount in my opinion, and it's separately. You have to pay for the bracket separately, and you have to pay for the actual phone mount separately. I believe the phone mount was $40, and the bracket, these little brackets for this mount, was $30. Actually $40.99 and $30.99 is the actual cost, so only a $10 difference. So I did have some points and stuff like that with Harley Davidson, so I got a discount on it. Otherwise, you know, everyone else takes a look at these mounts on Amazon and places like that, but you never know what type of quality you're gonna get. So far, I have all original Harley Davidson parts that I've ordered on this bike, which is only two things really, and that's this phone mount, which is an actual, you know, original Harley Davidson phone mount, believe it or not, and the foot pegs. I actually put, well, the foot boards. I put these foot boards on here, and it's just metal and rubber together. So I was a little bit shocked by that. Some of the pieces on here, especially coming from Harley Davidson, is not the best quality in my opinion, you know, for a bike this expensive. But overall, I'm having an awesome time with the bike. You know, just a little recap, I did purchase this bike brand new from Harley Davidson. It's a Street Glide 2022, and you know, I'm doing little things because, you know, when you buy these bikes brand new, as expensive as they cost, you know, they don't come with a lot of things. So the first thing that was replaced on the bike was the seat. Now, I did get the seat for free. You can say it was for free, but it was a swap. They swapped out the original seat, which was the one-seater, on the bike and gave me a two-seater seat. So that was a swap. And then I replaced the footboards, which I installed myself. I believe these footboards were over $100 for the footboards. And I installed those myself. And then now I install the phone mount, which, you know, it's cool and it's good to have because, of course, the radio right here in front of you and stuff like that. So if you want to kind of control your music, you know, it's kind of a good idea to have the phone right there, you know, real easy to control while you're driving or riding or whatever you want to call it. So those are the things that I did to the bike so far. So if you take a look here at the footboards, you know, they're just made of rubber. You know, this part right here is very, you know, flimsy almost, but for the most part, they're just sturdy for if you just resting your foot on it. I don't believe it's gonna, you know, cause any longevity issues, but it does fold up and down. And I installed these myself. It took about 30 minutes or so for me to actually install these on. Much easier, very more simple to install these than it was on my Lowrider S, but I did get the job done with that. And as you can see, we went through the whole assembly process when it came to this actual phone mount. Now, keep in mind something about the phone mount. It's gonna come with, well, the hardware that I got the black mount. It came with, you know, steel gray hardware. So if you want it to match the black, you may have to go get some different screws because the screws that you take out of the reservoir are going to be too short. You have to use the ones that come in the pack with the actual mount, and it's going to give you, they're going to be steel in color or silver or whatever you want to call it. If you want black bolts, you're going to have to go out and buy some or paint the ones that came, you know, with the actual kit. So very simple, easy setup. I have my phone mount installed. I have my footboards installed. I have my two-seater on here now. All of these are original Harley Davidson parts, the seats, the footboard, and the phone mount. Now, the next thing that I will be installing on here is the exhaust, which are slip-ons. I went with the Torker 450, the Vance & Hines Torker 450, and I'm gonna put those on here. They're gonna be a slip-on set. I'm going to attempt to install it myself. I was looking at the bike already. It looks like it's a very simple, easy install. So I do plan to get those on here, and that will be my very first aftermarket piece that I put on the motorcycle. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And you know, I got the bike out, was doing some riding with it and stuff like that, and getting very familiar and comfortable with the bike because I'm actually going from my street bike, which is back here, to actually riding this Harley Davidson Cruiser. And what I love more about the bike as I continue to ride it is it feels very, very sporty to me as well. I can go around curves and corners real easily, kind of like what I'm familiar with the street bike, and it has some power. Now, believe it or not, this thing is pretty quick. It's stock, 117 stock, but you know, it's just not as fast as, you know, the sport bikes. I don't believe, you know, I've seen guys race these things. They have all the work done to them in the world that you could do to a Harley Davidson, and they will still get spanked every day by a stock street bike. So this is not made for the speed. It's not, even though you do all of these things to them, you can make them very fast, very torquey, but in the long run, you know, I don't believe that these things are really made for racing like that. Put this bike up against, you know, a street bike, I don't think this can run with it. Now, I might be wrong. If your Harley Davidson, your cruiser, your Sport Torian or whatever is faster than a street bike, you know what I'm saying, let me know. But, you know, if you was interested in the foam mount, because I know I've been looking for videos about this mount because I didn't know which one that I wanted to go with. So I was just at the Harley Davidson dealership, and I just actually went with this one because I like how the simplicity of it is, how minimalistic it is up here. It's not all the wonkiness with some of the ones that I've been seeing and come across on Amazon for $10 and $15. This is a little bit on the expensive side for just a plastic foam mount, but the minimalistic of it and the way that it looks on the bike, and it's actually an original Harley Davidson piece, it looked like it comes standard on there. So that's definitely the look that I wanted to go with. I didn't want to be too intrusive with it. So this looks standard, looks factory, and that's what I was going for. It's bolted into the reservoir. I bolted mine into the reservoir on the throttle side, because I felt like the charger is right here. The charger's right here, so if I wanted to plug in, well, the charger is right here. You can actually put in actual car charger here, and also you have the USB inside this little thing here. So that's why I mounted mine on the throttle side. I see some people put theirs, you know, on the other side, but I put it on the throttle side because this is where some of the connectivity is, and I wouldn't have to stretch the cord across to the other side to plug it in, if that makes sense. So that's why I installed that on the throttle side. And the foam mount is made by Harley Davidson, very minimalistic, like I said, and it looks like it came with the bike. It's why I chose to go with this particular foam mount and mount it on the throttle side. So that's all I got for you guys. Until next time, thank you for watching. Like, this is a new channel, make sure you subscribe. See you in the next video.